Hello traders, this is just going to be a quick one. So I'm going to do a weekly analysis here or outlook for you guys because I'm not going to be available for most days of this coming week, which is starting today anyways, because today is Sunday the 15th of December 2024. So for the most part of the week I'm not going to be available. So this is going to be your guide for the week, and just look out for it. I'll try my best anyways to make it very easier for you to understand. So when you see things happening on the charts, you understand what the market most likely will be doing and what you should be looking out for next. So let's start without further ado. So this is gold, and if you've been following me, you can know, okay, this move, we talked about it, and we talked about what will happen after it broke this top and why it should get to this top, and what will happen, what you will see for you to confirm it will get to this top, retest it, or maybe break it and come back. And you saw all that play out, right? And basically this forecast was done when this whole move was still here. All right, so this forecast was done, and if you don't believe that, or you're coming across my channel or my video for the first time, you can go back to my previous recordings and see for yourself. But anyways, this is what you should be expecting on gold this week. So for this week, I am expecting gold maybe from a correction here. I'm expecting it to come retest this level. And if remember, I talked about this thing the last time, if we are going to have this become an expanding flat, then this move will come right to this low before we see this. Okay, but now before it comes down to this low, it should be able to give us a correction somewhere around here. Hopefully after it breaks this low, or after it breaks this one, it's going to give us a correction. That's if it is coming down as an expanding flat. Other than that, it will just retest these lows and go back up for this move. Okay, we already talked about that in our previous recording, so look out for that. So now here is a bit insight on how you can trade this. Basically, wait for a correction here on Monday and trade this to this low, and once it's around here, you can then look for either an impulse from the 1 hour, a flag to buy it back up, or, and this should be happening on Tuesday or Wednesday, anywhere around that time, or you look for a correction, which that's if it is coming back down, you look for a correction which will take about 2 days or 3 to complete. Okay, because after it breaks this low, if it's going to continue, I'm looking for a correction that's kind of this size or something of this size. So either of that, I'm looking for something like that, so which will take like 2 days or thereabout to complete itself. So those are the things to look out for on gold. As for silver, I think silver will still come to break this low, so wait for this correction to complete itself. I think it's still coming down to break this low. That's if you trade silver though, so wait for that confirmation and trade it to break this low. It could go down a bit more after breaking this low, and after that you can just exit your trades and wait for what next to happen. All right, I'm not going to be available to bring you all the updates on a daily basis. I'm sorry for that. And US oil, basically, you know, I forecasted this move before it happened. That was when this was happening, right? And that was even when we had this, okay, and this was happening. So when we were getting this, I forecasted this could later be a correction here to come down for this and later go back up for this. So you can see it's playing out right now. This move is the one I don't think it has completed itself yet. This particular one, it may have, but I don't think it has. So I'll basically wait for a correction here, allow it to go break the top again, give us a reverse impulse, make a flag, and then that's your trade. That's if you trade US oil. But other than that, if it's coming down from here, you have to just wait for it to give you a significant impulse from the 1 hour, give you basically break out of this. Okay, let me extend that line so it doesn't, so allow it to basically break out of this. Let it break out of this line, give you a correction, and then that's your sell trade for this coming down. All right, and monitor it once it breaks this low, okay, because it most likely will go back up for this. So that is it for US oil. And for UK oil, it should be similar. Yeah, even though I don't still think this has completed this move, I still think it has some more up to make. But if it's coming down from here, allow you to make an impulse, give you a flag before you sell. Those are the trades you should be looking out for on US and UK oil. And let's go to US 30. I'll come back to the major pairs. So remember, when this move was coming down, I told you we could be coming down for this move. All right, so here is the thing, we're almost 100% done, I mean, for this extension. So here is what you should look out for. If this move is going to continue going down, it should be able to give us a correction. All right, other than that, you're going to wait for an impulse, wait for a correction, buy it again to go break this top. And please make sure you're having a perfect trade confirmation before you jump into the trades. All right, and for NAS 100, I think it's forming a flat here, or maybe it has completed the flat and trying to go back up. So basically look out for a flag here to buy it, or if it's coming down, it's going to form a flag here, come down, do this, hopefully though, and do this before it does this. So if it does that, we might just end up being here for a longer time before we move, and this might just be a correction on it. So this might be the top, and just we are maybe coming down or forming another correction here to go up. So this one might be a bit complicated if it doesn't go up right from where it is right now. Okay, it might be a bit complicated, so if you don't really understand anything, you can just stay away from it. S&P 500, this one is, as you can see, we had this, we're having this, so we could later have this and come down for this before we go back up, or we might just be going down for this, which is this move right here. Okay, so keep your eyes on that. So who says we can have a bigger correction and still go down for this? But here is the thing, if we have this bigger correction, go back, so we might just be going back for this, and later on we'll come back for this. So this might just be a correction in the middle. All right, but then who says we can't trade this and trade that? If you have your good confirmation, you can of course trade them either way. But right now what I am seeing is that this most likely will go up, come down before getting this. But this is a tradable range. Okay, this is a tradable range, so you can also trade that if you have the skill level. And if that is the case, then let's look at NAS again. Most likely it will break the top and come back, because if S&P 500 is going to do that, then most likely NAS will do that as well. And US 30 might just be crawling down some more, just crawling down, or maybe start making a correction on its own. Let's go to German 30. And right now, if you have been following me and you can't really see anything from German 30 right now, I think you've not been learning anything so far. So let me show you. Look at this, look at it, and this is going to go up. Remember, I've been telling you that I'm expecting it to come touch this line, or maybe even break it before it turns. And look at that, it's happening already. So this might be the start of the upside if it forms a good flag here, or just allow it to do whatever it has to do here, come down lower, and then you wait for an impulse, wait for a flag. After it breaks out of this, wait for a flag, then you can buy. So that's basically your trade. Don't try to jump in when the trade is still premature. All right, you're going to get yourself burnt. UK 100 GBP, and if I don't know if I uploaded this part last week where I said I'm expecting this to go back up, and I'm not surprised if this is the correction in the middle and this is just this. Okay, so wait for that. I think this correction has completed itself and we're just going up. So this is gonna, maybe I'm seeing it going back up, but at some point it's gonna pull back for this. Let me go to the 5 minutes so you can see better. Let's go to 5 minutes. So I am seeing this going back like this, but at some point it's going to pull back for this. Remember, it's going to pull back for that before it continues. Maybe not from here, maybe from somewhere at the top after it does this, but it's going to pull back before it continues. But this is kind of a good buy setup or a good buy trade. Okay, so I don't know how you trade. You can do justice to it if you wish. Bitcoin. Okay, so it broke the top, and it seems we are later going to get that correction there. Let me go back to the one. So it seems we are going to still get this correction here. Okay, seems we're still going to get that, where we have this go break the top, forming a 1 2 3, and we later have this back before we go back up. So keep your eyes on Bitcoin, keep your eyes on it, because we can have that correction. Okay, we can even have it more complex, where it comes down here, goes back up, and then before it comes back for this one. So keep your eyes on that. Okay, Ethereum works like magic, right? Told you we are most likely gonna get this move, and it seems that is what we finally got. Let's see. It seems that is what we finally got. Let's just mark it out. It's a journal running flat. Okay, this is gone, and as you can see, it's forming a correction here. This correction is still not completed, because it will go up some more, come down before we finally see this. So keep your eyes on Ethereum. Okay, and BNB. All right, it's forming a correction here. It means it might just go up one more, but remember, we'll have this, so we can also have this pullback. And if we have that pullback, we might just do this and we might still be in this correction for quite some time before we finally go up. Okay, let me take a look back at Ethereum. And again, remember, we have this, and it didn't break the low. Remember, we have this, so this correction might just hold on. So this correction might finish, go back up, breaks this top, pulls back for this, and goes. So this whole move might not even go that far, but remember, we'll have this, and we most likely will come back for this. Okay, and the last I do here is Shiba Inu. Okay, still here. So this one you might want to stay away from, even though it might just go, but you may just want to stay away from it. There is nothing again to add here, because this already broke the low, but this looks like a correction. This whole thing looks like a correction, so I wouldn't be surprised if we are having a bigger correction here to come down some more. I wouldn't be surprised if this later on becomes a flat to come down some more. So that's it. Let's go to the major pair, Euro USD. Could be forming a sell setup, so let's go to the 15. Yeah, could be forming a sell setup where we'll have this, at the end of the day. So, but if this happens to find its way to this stop, it's no longer going to be a sell setup. It's going to come back and go back up. So here is the thing. Monitor this. If you see this, once you see it go back to break, once you see it pull back, go back again to break this stop, put your entry orders here, because it could do this. But if this going back up, cross its way back to this stop, pull this out, cancel it, because it's going to come down, tag you, and take you to loss. Okay, so it's going to come down, and then it's going to go back up. So that's what you should understand and keep your eyes to look out for. Let's go to GBP USD. Forming a sell setup, we could later go for this move. We might even be here for some time, can go for this, come back for this, go for this before we finally come down. Okay, so keep your eyes on this one. So Monday will be mostly consolidation. I think that there's nothing much that will happen on Monday, unless this consolidation moves very fast and we'll still get those sales on Monday. So NZD-USD, as you can see, perfect flat. Unless it goes back some more, forms a flag, that's the only time you buy. But this is already a classical flag to go down. So let's watch if it goes down. But your entry order should go here if market opens, because this could do this on Monday morning, or even take the Asian section to make that move. All right, so keep your eyes. AUD-USD, also you can see it's classical correction flag there to go down some more. Now those are your trades. Now look out and watch out for when this move will break this low for AUD-USD. I still think it's going to target this area, but just be very, very cautious and careful as you trade. And for NZD-USD, look out for this to break this low too, because we might either be still coming back for this or for this. That's if this is all the correction we have in the middle, and this is an impulse, a correction and an impulse. Then we'll go back for this, hopefully. But if not, most likely we'll come back for this. So keep your eyes on NZD-USD. To USD card, this one I am expecting to come down. I'm expecting it to come down. Okay, so here's the thing, allow it to finish whatever it's doing here. It's going to hopefully make the top again, but then any impulse correction, consider it, especially when it breaks out of this, and makes a flag. So if it finishes what it's doing here, go back up. Any impulse that breaks out of this makes a flag. That should be the trade that is coming down for this. All right, trade with loads of caution. USD JPY should form a correction here, hopefully, before it continues. But it's already forming divergence here, so which means we might just get bigger correction any moment from now. Okay, we might just get a bigger correction again any moment from now. But keep your eyes on, jump into the trades, because Monday might not even give you trade setups, or you might just get trade setups in just a handful of them. And this is USD CHF, so it's also forming a correction here. Let's see if this completes, and let's see if we get that at the end of the day. So keep your eyes. This one will also probably be in the correction phase for the whole of Monday before it goes. And a bit of the JPY pairs. All right, I think this is forming a bigger correction here, so just keep your eyes on it. This is GBP JPY, AUD JPY. The same thing too. I am thinking about this. It didn't come down again to break this low, so it went up, broke this top. So we might just be in this correction here, and remember after that we'll go up for this, and we'll still have this to come back for, which is this. Unless for any reason this is just a part of this, and this is an expanding flat, and this is a 1, a 2 and a 3, and this correction is completed. That's the only time we are going up for this. But I'm not really looking at it like that for now, because it's weird to look at it like that for now, even though it is a possibility. But let's just leave that aside for now. So look out for a completion of this correction first, buy it, and then let's see whether it will retrace for this. But unfortunately, I may not be here during the week to bring you updates on the movement. Euro JPY forming a correction. Okay, hopefully wait for it to finish before it goes. So Monday basically will be for corrections, no much trade. NZD JPY, you can see it's right. So maybe we're gonna have this at the end of the day. We're gonna have this back, and we're gonna go. So let's see what happens. And CAD JPY, okay, forming a correction here to go up, right? And then remember, we have this move that we haven't come back for. So after this correction goes back up, we could be coming back for this move. Keep that in mind. And lastly, CHFJPY. So this one is still forming some weird correction there. So just stay away from this one. There are a lot of things to consider here. So we have this to consider, 1 2 3. We have 1 2 3 to consider. We have this. So it could be coming down for this again. So there are a whole lot of things to consider, and this can also be a top, and we're just having another correction here to come down here, go back up. So and this might just be a standalone correction on this one, and this is a top here. So there are lots of things to consider on this move, so just stay away from this one. And that should bring us to the end of today's recording. It was quick, I know it was quick, but I just wanted to make sure I cover everything and just give you the outline of what to look out for, so you can make better decisions on how you trade carefully and make sure you're making more money. Right, have a nice day. Bye.